working today, so I did not see when I saw myself in the visualization. I actually saw myself in I you know what? I don't want to. I'll say it.
You were
I'll say it.
new.
No, no, that would be a nightmare. I haven't been to the gym in a month. No, I saw myself in what I love the most, which is a three-piece suit.
Nice. Why are you embarrassed to say that?
Huh? Because it's so it's so like thing. It's such a thing. But I when I put on a suit, a tailored suit, and a tailored dress shirt like I used to, and I when I put on some, a triple monk strap shoe with some cufflinks, I feel like I could run the planet from my bathtub.
Nice. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Right. Okay, who else we got here? Mr. Morales, are you in your G-Master? Are you in your immortal outfit?
as much as I can. I'm actually over at my mom's up in Reno, so.
What the hell is that noise?
Somebody's getting a mixed drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, mute me, Kevin. Please.
All right. How do I do that? Boom. There we go.
Kevin, this could be my immortal outfit though, because my immortal self did play 36 holes at Pebble Beach and at Augusta.
Oh,
Nice.
no, see, now I'm jealous. I used to like you, Gerald.
So I am wearing Greg Norman.
It's his immortal self. He hasn't done it yet.
Yes.
So, all right. We have just a few. So I'm going to mute everybody and we're going to start this thing. So it shows everybody muted, but I still hear. There we go. All right, welcome to Celebration Day. I'm so freaking excited for this. And first of all, I just want to thank each and every one of you for being a part of this program, showing up at your best, whatever that was for you, and giving your all. And I do know, based on the responses that I've got, the men that engaged the most got the most out of it. Simple as that. The more you were asking questions, the more you were part of it, the more that you engaged in the brotherhood, the more you got out of it. And that was the original saying for the Effortless Alphas: be more, give more, get more. And I want to speak to a moment to everybody on this call and everybody that's going to watch on replay. When I said in the call, the last call that we had, that I want y'all to show up as your immortals, did you all say what did you say to yourself? Holy shit, that'll be cool. There's no way I'm going to do that. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, I want to do that. What was it? Who said that who said to themselves, man, I want to do that? I know, Freeman, you did. Don't give me that shit. All right. So we all said that, and yet here we sit. Someone walking around a grocery store, people at their mother's house, somebody working today. And so this is telling the whole reason went mostly quiet for this week, because I wanted to see if you would maintain your words to yourselves. And I say this out of complete love and honesty. Didn't quite make the cut. William, you're right there. You're right there. But for most of us, we had a week to prepare for this. We had a week to organize our schedule, to figure out what we needed to do in order to show up at this call as the men that we said we were going to be. And for guys that aren't on the call, that are watching on replay, even Nick said he was going to wake up for it, and unfortunately he's not here. It's 4 in the morning. But again, we had a week to schedule this. If you have kids, you had a week to figure that out. If you got work, you had a week to figure that out. Or to say right off the hop, I'm powerfully choosing not to be there because I've got this, I got that. Larry was one of those guys. He said, right off the hop, he said, I'm not going to be there because I got this or that. And that was powerful and chosen. Now, this is the thing that happens in self-development. So I know Christopher Cole, Larry, you guys have done a lot of self-development before, but self-development things are like trampolines. And we go to an event or we have a course like this and we bounce off the trampoline and it feels awesome. When we're up here, we're like, oh my God, this is the greatest feeling. I can fly. I'm the king of the world. This is the best thing ever. And then we go home from the self-development event and it feels really good for about a week, sometimes less. Depends on how long the course is. And then it starts to go like this. And it can go right back to square one. And then we do another self-development course. Trampoline, yes, amazing, this is the best thing ever. Oh my God, my life's on fire, I'm incredible. For a week. And then it goes back down. And this is why self-development courses make so much money. Because people love the way that they feel when they're there and they can't get that anywhere else. Except for when we do courses like this, because there is a continuation. And what happens when we continue and when we stay in that vibe, when we stay in this brotherhood and we're talking every day or at least once a week, we bounce and we stay. We stay on that vibe, we stay on that high, we stay men of our word to the best of our abilities. And then when we do another self-development event, we bounce from there. That's the key. This is what I realized when I after I'd spent about $100,000 in self-development. I would go to these events, bounce, come back home and go back to normal. And I'm at the event, I'm going, I'm never gonna change. I'm gonna be this way forever. And I'd make small little tweaks, but not big, massive changes. And it's the big, massive change that I want you guys to have. I want you to be able to maintain this. Because if we can't maintain it, what are we doing? What's the point? Your whole goal here is to change the way that you show up for yourself, for your family, for your kids, for your parents, for coworkers. We want to maintain it at this level and then bounce again. So here's what we're going to do. The beautiful thing about the continuation of the Word of Man is that I'm going to lead by example throughout the rest of this, for as long as you desire to be in this continuation. And I'm going to give you my affirmations every day to keep you accountable. You can either use the affirmations that I give, or you can use your own. A lot of you guys have been doing your own. It's been fantastic. But I'm going to keep that going. I will stay disciplined so you can stay disciplined too. And I'm going to post often in here. This group is now my major focus. The Word of Man. Effortless Alphas is still free. It's going to be awesome and wonderful. But this group is you guys are my peoples. I want you guys to succeed more than anybody else in the whole wide world. Except for maybe Melanie. And so I'm going to post regularly in here. And we're going to have weekly Zoom calls, just like this, trainings, where you guys get to ask your questions. Ask away, ask whatever you need to do, figure out what's going on in your life, ask it. You will get the answers on a weekly basis to everything that's going on. The great thing about that is we spent basically 2 weeks and some situations arose for everybody. And you were able to deal with those situations as they came up. but not every situation that you're ever going to come up against has happened in the last couple weeks. So during this continuation, you're going to be able to practice and continue and do these incredible things and get continuous training, get continuous support, get continuous encouragement and challenge based on every single situation that comes up. So you'll never be left in the dark. You'll never be left alone and feel like you don't have a place to go to get the answers that you need. And we're just going to keep giving you tools and to tame your dragons. I'm going to take you guys through my integrity training. We're going to spend a month on all 9 pillars. So each month, one pillar of integrity. And I've only ever done this training in live seminar form. So I'm really excited to share it with you guys. It's going to be interactive and challenges along the way. It's going to be super awesome and incredible. But, and I want to, before I reveal the big thing, I want to make sure I covered everything else. Okay, that's it. So here's the fun bit. This is what I'm most excited about. Thank you for the drum roll, Gerald. What we're going to do is all the men that continue on in the program, we're going to create guilds. And it's going to start at 2 to 4 men each. Each guild is going to be about 2 to 4 men. And you're going to come up with names for your guilds. You're going to come up with mottos for your guilds. And we're going to have guild battles. I am so fucking excited about that. Yes. Guild battles. And right now, yeah, true. And what we're going to do is keep it localized as best as possible. Obviously, we've got 13 guys here, 14 guys, and our geographical locations aren't all that close at the moment. But as this grows, as we grow this, we're going to be able to get closer and closer and closer and closer. So whenever a guild battle is finished, and it could be a month, it could be a few days, it could be several months, the guild that wins will be awarded. Now the awards are going to change as we go along, they're going to grow. But right now, the award is, I get on a phone call, on a Zoom call with just your guild, and I give a half-hour personal training to every single person in the guild while you're there. To put a value on that, if you want, that's basically $125 a person. So that's pretty cool. And you're going to get like everything you need, like me, my personal, plus you're going to have your brothers there that you've built this incredible rapport with in your guild there, watching, helping, supporting as you go. So it's going to be a mastermind / personal coaching. For those watching on replay, Freeman just yelled "hell yes" in the grocery store, and and people were staring at him. I will give you the actual definition of a guild. It is a medieval association of craftsmen or merchants, often having considerable power. But the definition that we're actually using here is an association of people for mutual aid of the pursuit of a common goal. And the common goal is your own growth, your each individual growth. That's your common goal. Who just joined us here? Anastasio, how's it going, brother? All right. So this is, I'm freaking excited. Now, that's pretty cool. Everybody in the guild gets a half-hour training when they win. What's even cooler is, at the end of every year, one guild will be the winner. The one that either won the most guild battles, either did the best. I will choose the best guild. And I am going to personally come to your guild and do an all-day training, a sort of gentleman's den. So right now, because we're all spread out, that's going to probably be a little bit difficult, but I'm going to do it. And I've commissioned, hello, Dennis, Guild Olympics. Yeah, buddy. I've commissioned a shield. It's going to be about a 1.5 feet tall, 10, 12 inches wide. It's going to be a metal shield, and we're going to call it the Legacy Shield. And I'm going to engrave the guild's name and all the names of the winners on it and the year that they won. And every year, the guild that wins is going to get their name on this shield as we go. And that it's going to be like the fucking Stanley Cup. It's the World Championship. It's the soccer thing that they have. I don't follow soccer. That ball on the thing. It's the Grammy. It's the Oscar. It's the Emmy. It's the thing. This. I'm so fucking excited about this. You have no idea. When this all came together, I realized that this was what everything has been building towards for me. And and we're just going to grow this thing, and we're going to grow it. The other cool thing, holy shit, there's even more. Believe that? The other cool thing is I'm running this program again, July 1st. Everybody that's in the continuation gets it for free. So remember, I talked about bouncing the trampoline. You've bounced. Most of us have come back a little bit. Now we're going to maintain it for those that follow through. And then we're going to bounce again July 1st. You're all going to be there. You will have access to all the trainings. You're going to have access to everything. You can be live on the calls, ask your questions again. Every time I do this training, it's going to grow. It's going to change. It's going to evolve. It may not even, like, we're considering growing it to 10 days, 10 sessions instead of 7 sessions, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that we haven't even covered yet. So this is beyond excitement for me. And I hope that you guys are too. So here's, hang on, is that everything? Board, Guild Battle, year end, Legacy Shield. I get to visit you. That's it. And the continuation price per month, $55. Wait, $55 a month. I will send a link to the group. I will post it once we're done here. $55 a month. For anybody that's already in one-on-one coaching with me, so guys like Joel, Andrew, $33. So guys, if you ever do take up any one-on-one or other group coaching with me, or you get into the Effort and Style protocol, your price will drop to $33 as well. But there is VIP options as well. If you are interested in a VIP option, which includes one-on-one training with me during this, send me a message and I can give you some more information on that. And if you pay in full for a year, which is $660, you get it for $600, and I'm gonna send you a free one of these or these. You get a free journal if you pay in full, which is kind of awesome. So I'm very excited about that. So thank you for indulging me in my excitement there. I hope that you guys are excited. I will send you the link as soon as we're out of here. But I want to talk now. Does anybody have any questions on all of that right now while we're here? Raise a hand if you have a question. Okay, I know Anastasio and Dennis, you missed a bit, but you can catch it on the replay here. Gerald, go.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah.
That's craziness.
I know.
That's my only question is I think you bumped your head. My only question is I think you bumped your head, but it's okay. It's recorded, so you can't take it back now.
I can't take it back now. It's my word. It's my absolute word. I want to, guys, I want to change the world. I want to change the world, and I want to grow a brotherhood that's stronger than anything that we've ever seen before. And I would love to have each and every one of you there with me doing this. That would be incredible. Thank you for your question, Gerald. And now, oh, did somebody comment something? That's amazing. Do I take bad checks? Only if you mean bad as in good. Like, that check is bad. That, I take that for sure. All right. I want to show you guys my setup here. Crap, what happened there? That was a frozen picture of my crotch. You're welcome. All right, so I'm going to spin my camera around here. How do I do that? There's. Here's my setup. Take a look at this. Are you ready? I'm going to go. I'm going to pan left here. You ready for this? No, 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 no. My celebration six-pack and my hats. I got it all set up for my sports gear and everything because I am a freaking sports fan. And Greg, Vegas Knights pulled one out last night. Thought they were going to lose. All right, I'm cracking open this beer here. There is a bottle opener on the side of this. Gentlemen, to your success. Congratulations on completing the Word of Man program. Oh my God, that's good. Thank you. Hey, yeah, cheers. This is a craft beer called Rhyme and Reason. It's perfect. I found this and I was like, this is my celebration beer. This is the first beer I've had in 70 days. I had wine, so my 60-day no alcohol challenge was completed. And the guild battles, just so you know, the guild battles will be some physical, some mental, some business, it's going to be all kinds of different things, anything that's going to help you grow. And this is the beautiful thing about having guilds. Coffee with Bailey's, attaboy. This is the beautiful thing about having guilds is you're going to have some guys that are good at other things, some guys that are good at other things, and you're going to be able to help each other through the battle. So it's just awesome. I just love the one thing that's missing in men's growth is competition and teamwork. A lot of guys go, you know, super competitive as kids or teenagers, and then they take that competitive nature away because maybe they let it get out of hand and they get angry or something like that. That was me. I was super ultra competitive and I would get so mad. I would get so mad. Baseball, volleyball, basketball, whatever. I get pissed and I would stop playing well. Unfortunately, I'm complete with the voice. Oh, hang on here a second. I compete with the voice in my head. I win 90% of the time. Nice. There is competition there. There is competition. But this, what I mean is healthy competition among actual male combatants. It's part of who we are. We're designed to be sort of in competition. We don't have to compete anymore like we used to when we were evolving. So we don't have to compete for women and beat our chests and drag them back to our cave by the hair. That's not what we have to do anymore, but it is part of our nature to be competitive. What I love about this, about the guilds and things, it's friendly competition, but we always strive to be better than who we were yesterday. Chris, you weren't far off. The biggest competition is with yourself. The only person that you have to be, exactly, is you. But by having other guilds, by having other men saying, you can do better, you can do, and oh my God, they're ahead of us, let's go, let's try harder. Everybody wins. Everybody wins. In this, there is no sore loser. There is, and we're going to teach it. If competition has been a problem for you, we're going to help. Because in this arena, there is no fuck you and I should have won that. God damn, there is only, damn, I gave it everything I had. You beat me. You're awesome. Fist bump. Let's go for a beer. Oh shit, I drank that too fast. Anastasio, I loved being in team competitions growing up. I wasn't ultra competitive, but myself. by myself, but as a team, I had a lot of fun competing. Yeah, man, love that. Gerald, that'll be awesome for me. I avoid competition because I don't lose well. This will help me with that. Yes. Stop wearing that San Francisco Giants. It hurts me. Man, I love that stadium. You know what? I'm a Tigers fan, so I understand the pain because the Giants kicked the hell out of them in the World Series back in 2006. That was Pablo Sandoval is my arch nemesis. Hello, Christopher Cole. Detroit Tigers. Yeah. You're a Tigers fan too, Christopher? Nice. I live 30 minutes from San Francisco. It's a great stadium. Yeah, man. I don't know if you were on one of the first calls, but I actually got to turn the K's the only time I've been at the stadium. It was the most magical experience I could have ever wished for myself. So I want to talk just a bit about law of attraction. We're here to celebrate. And I have absolutely loved seeing all the happy dance videos. One person in particular, I need to send a huge shout out to, Mr. William G. Jones. Your happy dances, I mean, so many times you've done it. How many happy dances have you done? 10? Chris doing one right now. 10 or so? At least. He's doing another one. Happy dance just for happy dancing. It's awesome. When you do that, when we celebrate, the main reason for this is so that we can get in the vibe of celebration. You don't have to go buy beer. You don't have to go out and spend money every time you want to celebrate. The happy dance is enough, but it's the feeling that accompanies it, the motion of getting into it. Be honest with me. The first time you did a happy dance, anybody on their video, were you nervous? Were you feeling awkward? Were you a little bit, I'm gonna look stupid? Okay. Now when you do it, William, how's it feel? Normal, excited. I feel like Steve Urkel. But it becomes natural. The state of excitement, the state of joy, the state of celebration becomes something that is attracted to you. You get more reasons to be excited. The universe, God, whoever starts sending you all the reasons to be excited. And I want to tell you a story about law of attraction and the work that's being done here. A friend of mine the other day called me and said, his text message was, I don't need this right now, fuck my life. Help reframe the way I look at problems. Actually, nice. And so turns out he's a driver and got pulled over on the highway for not speeding, just missing a light or something like that. And all this shit came out that said that he didn't actually have his proper license. It had been suspended 6 months ago. He needed to have a physical because every 5 years or something, you have to have a physical if you're a truck driver. And he thought it was 3 years ago, didn't do it. Plus, he'd moved and some mail that got sent about a ticket that he'd had ages ago didn't get sent to the right house. So he had all these fines build up and all this kind of stuff. And he was at risk of, actually has thus far lost his job. He's completely stressed out about money. Just went down in this little pit. And he's been working on optimism. He's been working on himself, finances, for the last maybe 6 months to a year. You know how we talk about the person you are today is going to change the results you get 6 months from now? Back then, 3-5 years ago, he was definitely not a man of his word. And all that shit is showing up now. As he's proving to the world that he's learned his lessons, as he's finally getting in decent financial shape. The universe went, oh yeah? Remember this? Remember that? Now, what he could have done and what he would have done in the past is gone, fuck this, that, and get angry at everybody else, blame everybody else. The Ministry of Transportation, the cop that pulled him over, the people that wouldn't give him his license back. And he did that for half an hour. And then went, hang on a second. I did this. I created this a long time ago. So now it's mine to deal with. And what am I going to do about it? Not only did he find an incredible cash part-time job for while he's waiting for all the paperwork to go through to get his license back, the company that he works for said, no, whenever you're ready, you come right back. We have a job for you and you don't even have to worry about this. Because of the man who he's been today or the last couple months. I promise you, I guarantee you, if he was the same guy that he was a year ago, none of that would have happened. He used to jump from job to job to job, just getting pissed off at people, blaming everybody else. This is what being a man of your word does. This is what continued training and being around the right people, being around people that give you an incredible example and becoming the man that is the example. You guys all have the opportunity and the skills and the tools to be the example now, to show your community, to show your family the change that's possible. You've just got to stay committed. What did I come up with the other day? Desire plus willpower equals discipline. That's all it is. It's a very simple formula. And when the shit hits the fan, realize, crap, that's because of who I was. People aren't going to recognize right away. They're not going to trust that you've changed like that, because very few people can do it. You guys have the ability. You guys have the training. You guys have the tools. But stay with it. Continue to celebrate every time, and the universe is going to start sending you more reasons to celebrate. Gerald says, oh, hang on, that's a big one. Hang on. The Freezard says, when the shit hits the fan, it's because you failed to see the right way to take a crap. Huh? I didn't get that. When the shit hits the fan, it's because you failed to see the right way to take a crap. Oh, I get it. Yes, you shat upwards. That's no good. Gerald says, figured out the feeling I should be feeling with happy dances. It's the same feeling and happy dance I do with a hole-in-one. I have no shame on a golf course. Yeah, yes. Why would you have any shame after a hole-in-one celebrating like a moron? You're going to do whatever you want. They say dance like nobody's watching. Dance like everybody's watching, and you just want to fucking celebrate. Right? So keep going. Keep being amazing. What time we got here? And I just want to thank everyone. I threw my club when I got into the Wazard head. I used to be that guy. Oh my God. Golf courses and me. I used to golf a lot when I was a teenager, early 20s. Me and golf courses did not get along. I was an angry, oh my God. 2 bad shots in a row and I was done. I was angry. People didn't even want to golf with me. That's how nasty I was. Now I go out, and because I don't get angry, I'm more relaxed and I golf way better. These don't hurt. 3-4 beers in and I can golf really well. Because I'm more relaxed. When I got my hole-in-one, I tossed my club in happiness, not anger. Nice. Don't hurt your ankle. I won my first tournament and drove the cart into the water hazard celebration. What? Okay, I don't recommend destroying public property in order to celebrate. That's not what this is about, because that will bring out more karma in the wrong way. You don't want that kind of stuff. But before we close this off and we say goodbye. So here's what's going to happen to the group. I'm going to leave it open for to everyone for another few days, just till I get confirmation that everybody's seen the replay of this, and then has had a chance to ask their questions on the continuation. For gentlemen that do not choose to continue going on, thank you so much for your participation in this and giving 100% of yourself, doing everything that you could to engage and be a man of your word. I really, truly hope that this has had a profound effect on your life and your relationships. I'm going to be sending the links in a post in the group. And if you have any questions about the VIP, feel free to reach out to me about that. Does anybody have any questions right now regarding anything, any situation that's going on in your life right now? Greg Morales. G-Master, go.
No, I just had a question about the continuation thing really quick.
Mm-hmm.
So if we decide to continue, will we stay in this group, or will a new group be formed?
No, this is it.
Okay, so if I choose not to, then I'm out of this group and that's it. But if I choose, then we're here. Okay.
Yeah, and you guys still be in Effortless Alphas and engage in there. But like I said, this group is going to be my main focus from now on. And as I said, we're going to be running the actual program you guys just did in whatever form it kind of evolves into every 3 to 4 months. So the group is going to slowly grow.
Okay.
The other idea I have is to allow guys into this group even before they've done their first program, pay for it whenever they want to, and then jump in. That way you can start interacting early on. And you guys are basically the foundation. You guys are the pioneers of this movement. Anybody that continues on in this, you have the ability to really take control, be guild leaders, and lead. Well, I've found, honestly, guys, the biggest changes in me came when I decided I was going to lead. And it doesn't have to be you lead other men. It can be lead children. It can be lead your community. It can be lead a team. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be you lead men. But when you say, I'm going to be an incredible role model from now on, realize that everybody's watching every move that you do. And if you're at a baseball game sitting next to your buddy and you flip off and say something like completely rude about a woman, that's you leading by example. Everything we say, everything we do, social media is everywhere. Cameras are all over the place. I try and live most of my life like I'm on film all the time. You've seen The Truman Show? That movie fucking scared me. Now, every time I look around, I hear people say, Kevin, and I'm like, what the fuck? People know me here. I'm not even from around here. So I try to do my best. And I know I shouldn't say try, but I do my best to live like somebody's watching me all the time. Because then I'm keeping myself accountable all the time. Because I don't want the bad press. I don't want to, and I don't have anything to hide. I don't want to have anything to hide. You know what I mean? Thanks for the question.
One more question.
Mm-hmm.
So if we have somebody that in the group that, I'm even speaking for myself, that says, hey, I don't have $55 this month, but I'll have it next month. Are they allowed to come back to you and get back in the group? And obviously they'll be pulled away for that little time. Okay, yep. Perfect.
Of course.
Thanks, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, there's no, actually, that's a great point. There is no, I'm not holding anybody accountable. I'm not holding anybody hostage to being in the group, to being in the continuation. Now, mind you, if you get in and you get into a guild and then you bail on them, you gotta deal with that. But I can pretty well guarantee you make the commitment to do this, the money is going to find its way to you. The guys that commit to stuff, the money finds their way to them. It like I said, the very first self-development event that I went to was Tony Robbins in London, England, and it was $10,000. And at this point, I have maxed out credit cards. I'm making okay money, but I'm also spending a lot of it, and I don't have $10,000. And they said, commit to it. Do it. Can you give us any kind of down payment? I'm like, I can give you $1,000 and that'll max out my other credit card. But okay, let's do this. And then I swear to God, I didn't do anything different. But because my energy changed, I became someone who's going after what he wants. I was in a sales job and my sales jumped. Now, I didn't make scads more money, but I made enough that every 2 months I was able to pay $2,000 off my credit card so I could bump it back up and put the money down to go to the event. Every time. It was stressful as shit, but I made it happen, and it was the best freaking decision I've ever made. Did I learn stuff at Tony Robbins' Business Mastery when I didn't have a business and I was working as a salesman for somebody else? Yeah. Do I need to go back over my notes? Yeah. But it wasn't even, the biggest lesson I learned was go after what you want. Isn't it, Anastasia? The biggest lesson I learned was go fucking get it. Say you're going to do it and then figure it out. Not, hang on, let me figure it out first, then if I have it, because if you say, I'm going to do it later, and if I have it, I'll do it, it's never going to come. It's never going to happen. Other things are going to come up. I'm sure you've had this happen to you. If you want to take the island, burn the boats. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big proponent of that when it comes to quitting your job to start a new business. I stay away from that, but definitely making commitments to go after what you want. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hang on here a second. Gerald says, I'm working on committing big to give the universe the room to make it happen. Yes, bigger than I need. And Freeman says, yeah, I have noticed that when you track it and spend it towards your goals, it finds its way back to you. The Lewis and Clarks of TWOM. Who wrote that, Gerald? That's awesome. I was just going to say, if we believe, and I'll give my own example, and you've probably heard me say this before, but years ago, I would get to a financial point where I'm just about ready to pay it off. I remember I had a maxed out credit card. It was $10,000, and I wasn't making the minimum payments on it for months and months and months and months. And I was just letting it sit there and going, okay, they're not yelling at me. I haven't made minimum payments for several months, so good. Awesome. I can't afford to. Just like, I shit you not, the week that I said, yes, I can now start making my minimum payments again on that credit card, the credit card company called me and said, you need to pay us that money this week or you were going to collections. This week. F. Like big F in my A. And that was, yeah. And I made it work. I was able to make it work, freaking lucky. But the next thing that happened after that was I was just starting to get money, and I was going to be able to pay off some more debt, and my car breaks down and it cost me $1,500. Shit. And then several months later, the car breaks down again, cost me another $1,300. And I'm like, what the f is going on? Why does this always, just when I think that I'm getting there, this happens? But it's because I never was proactive. I didn't set aside the money. I didn't take care of the stuff when it was happening. I always said, I'm going to take care of it later when I have the opportunity, when I have the money, when I have a chance to. When I finally figured it out and it clicked, and I went, I'm going to stay on top of this shit and never let it happen again. Everything started falling in place. It's not difficult. It's just a switch of mindset, and it's jumping into something that we're uncomfortable with now to be extraordinarily comfortable 6 months from now. Otherwise, if we don't do it, it's going to keep happening. These reasons for not being successful, these reasons for not paying the bills, these reasons for not having money, these reasons for not being there, these reasons for not showing up as your immortal, keep coming. And every reason, so Mr. Freeman is gone. But Mr. Freeman can never use, I hope he didn't get into a car accident. I know he was driving. Fuck. Can't use dad's birthday grocery shopping or golfing as an excuse anymore, because he had the opportunity to prepare for this. We all had the opportunity to prepare for this call. You have the opportunity to prepare for everything that happens. Sometimes there are little things that go, holy shit, that's out of nowhere. But if you prepare properly, i.e. have a stash of money, a couple $1,000s for emergencies, you got no worries. You're ahead of the game all the time. And the world, the universe, your bosses, the people you come in contact with, your parents, your brothers, your family, everybody supports that. Everybody sees it and treats you differently because you treat yourself differently. Gerald says, I tend to just get only what I commit to. Yep. Leah and I started celebrating paying bills and paying for the emergencies. Car trouble and emergencies have all been paid for this week. Yes, that's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly it. You get what you commit to. Awesome. Any other questions? Everybody, that was time. Everybody drink. All right. If there are no further questions, Your Honor, I want to end this. And guys on replay, you got to do this too. I want to end this with a group happy dance. You can stay seated if you like. In 3, 2, 1. Happy dance! That was awesome. Oh my God, that was the best thing ever. Thank you all so much. You're absolutely incredible. I'm going to be posting a link to the continuation in the group right after we're done here. I'll post the replay if you want to watch it. If you want to catch any of the other replays that we did, pardon me, they're available. They're going to be available until we switch over. So Starbucks just fell silent. Those replays will be available for the next 3 to 4 days. Like I said, just as long as this is when I get confirmation that everybody's seen the replay and has the opportunity to press the continuation button. And again, for those that are not going to be continuing on, thank you so much for being here, for being a part of this group, for being the type of man that wants to see change in his life and wants to actually do it. For those that are continuing, I look forward to meeting your immortals as we grow through this. I'm going to take you right through my integrity training. It's going to blow your freaking minds. If you think that you're on the right track now, that thing, that's going to prove it. You're going to have 1,000 prove it moments this year as we go through that training. It's going to be, it's the thing that I'm the most excited about. And that fucking legacy shield, that is so cool. I've always wanted to give away a Stanley Cup kind of thing. I'm excited. I love you guys. Have an incredible, incredible life. Tame your dragons. Cheers. Sociable. I'll see you again soon. Thanks, boys.